On this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, National Authors Day, and a Wildcat you should know. All of this and more coming up. Good morning, Wildcats. My name is Addison Tedrow, and I will be your host for today's episode of Wildcat Weekly. Today, November 1st, is National Authors Day. Evie and Charlie introduce us to some authors that you may already know.
Well, I started writing in high school. I had an English teacher who had us write like maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day. And I ended up writing poetry because I just kind of discovered it in the school library, found like a bunch of poetry books that I liked, tried it out. She thought it was good, encouraged me to enter a local community college contest and won a prize, so I thought this is pretty awesome.
I write for me because I find it fun and I like to be creative, but I also find writing really therapeutic and cathartic, and I like that we have a chance to share our stories with others through story.
Well, I loved reading as a kid, and I come from a family of writers. My parents were both journalists, and so they encouraged my writing from a very young age.
So I ended up writing through college, maybe taking a break for a while, and then I came back to it maybe, about 10 years after college, and discovered I still love to write, and then I started taking it seriously and tried to start getting it published, and I've gotten some poems published since then.
So I like to write a lot of poetry. I've got an Instagram account with poetry I just started. I've written some columns for teaching when one got published in Chicago Sun-Times, and then I also wrote a novel called The Glimpse Gift. Most
of my writing I did in Hollywood. I was an actor and writer there for almost 20 years, and biggest thing I ever had produced was a film that I wrote called The Setting Sun.
Try writing something of your own or appreciate someone else's writing this month. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Evie Fleming, along with Charlie O'Hagan.
What's up, Wildcats? I'm Mr. Janota, English teacher and boys cross country coach, and here's what's happening at Neuqua between today and next Thursday, November 7th. Today is the last day of Career Week, so make sure to talk to the amazing professionals we have at Neuqua today during your lunch period in the LMC. Today is the last day to sign up for AP Test before the price increases. Make sure to head to tollregistration.net to get that done. Periods 5 and 7, talking to you guys, save some money. There is no school on Monday for Teacher Institute Day, and there is no school on Tuesday for Election Day. So, long weekend coming up. Enjoy your long weekend, and if you are 18, make sure to get out and vote. Your voice matters. The Wildcat Pride Breakfast will be taking place on Thursday morning in the auditorium lobby. Congratulations to all the students being recognized for your excellence as students. Well done. On Thursday, the AP Psychology classes will be holding a psych fair during all lunch periods in the Commons. Students will be conducting memory experiments, and everyone is invited to participate. Finally, tomorrow morning, the men's and women's cross country teams will be competing at the IHSA Sectional Championship at Catherine Legge Memorial Park in Hinsdale for a chance to move on to the state championship the following weekend. Be sure to wish both teams good luck today. I'll be there. I hope you guys are as well. And that's the Wildcats. Have a great day and a long weekend.
Veterans Day is coming up, and here at Neuqua, we have our own way of celebrating it. Here's Ben with more information.
With Veterans Day coming up, preparation is underway for Neuqua's Veterans Day ceremony. Neuqua senior Liz Freed will be speaking at this year's ceremony. Liz has a lot of family in the military, including her sister, mother, father, and stepfather, making her a perfect candidate to speak at the ceremony.
We always had to move. We've moved to many different places. They were always gone on every like once a month. They were gone for an entire weekend, and it was just they were at work most of the time. It kind of gives everyone else a look on kind of what my life was like and growing up, how my life was or other military kids were.
Every year, the ceremonies committee tries to find a speaker with a connection to Neuqua Valley, and this year they seem to have found the perfect candidate.
We every year try to find maybe a keynote speaker or a group to interview. This year we have an outstanding keynote speaker who's the grandfather actually of 2 of our students. And then we have some students that are actually going to be able to recognize some family members that have served in the military. And then we have some students that have made the choice themselves to pursue service to our country. You know, sometimes I think we take things for granted. So just to have a moment where we take a time out to remind us how important that is, I think that's important. It's an important opportunity for our students.
Well, that's all for the Veterans Day ceremony. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Ben Mallett.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Freddie Rourke, and welcome back to Nequa Replay. To start us off, the girls and boys cross country teams had their sectional meets tomorrow at Catherine Lake Park. Good luck to both teams. Congratulations to the girls swim and dive team as they won their DVC meet last Saturday. The girls golf head coach is retiring. Luke gives you more information.
After 27 years, Coach Keller, the varsity girls golf head coach, will be retiring. During his time, Coach Keller has accumulated an impressive scorecard, including 8 DVC championships, 8 regional championships, 3 sectional championships, and coaching Jessica Ewan to back-to-back state championships in 2013 and 14. However, the trophies he leaves behind are not his greatest impact on Nequa.
I feel like we have all been impacted by Keller because of how fun he makes Nequa golf. Like, no one shows up to practice thinking like, oh, like, I don't want to be here. Everyone wants to be there, and it's fun because of Keller.
Having Keller as a coach all 3 years for me since I'm a junior has been really fun. We've all gotten very close with Keller and grown a very good relationship with him, so it's sad to see him go, but just knowing that he'll always be there for us, not only during the golf season, but out of season, is so nice.
Next season, Coach Treptow, who has been the assistant coach for 25 years, will be making the seamless transition to head coach. The returning players are excited to see what the future holds. And for Nequa Replay, I'm Luke Townsend.
One student here at Nequa channels her passion for baking into her very own small business. Sienna has the details.
So I started baking during COVID because I had a lot of free time, and I decided to start a small business last summer because at my sister's 30th birthday party I made her cake and a lot of people liked it and they encouraged me to start the small business, so I did. My business name is Bakes by Gabby, and right now I'm making mostly just cupcakes and custom truffles, Oreo truffles. I normally spend around like 4 hours in a week now with school, but over the summer it was just like hours every day. Baking helps me calm down a lot. Between school and track, sometimes life can get a little stressful. So it just like helps me calm down and just like get out of my head sometimes. Balancing everything's really hard, but normally I just prioritize what I need to do the most, whether that's my schoolwork or getting in the right headspace. Baking honestly has taught me to be really patient and taught me that hard work pays off, because sometimes, you know, you can make something and it doesn't turn out, you have to try again, and just shows you that trial and error is really important.
To see what Gabby is baking next or to order from her, you can go to @BakesByGabby on Instagram. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Sienna McEnany.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great 4-day weekend, Wildcats!